Times are tough and every penny counts, so it's always good to look at classic recipes and try to make them in a more budget-friendly way. That's what we're doing today. Today I'm making an amazing dish. It's so tasty, it's beautiful, it really feels like something luxury, but it's all done with basic cheap ingredients. And most of all, it's all done in one pot, so it even cuts down on the washing up. Let's make my budget-friendly beef stroganoff on the One Pot Chef. To make our budget beef stroganoff, first things first, we're going to need a large deep frying pan or a pot, and I've got this over a high heat with a little bit of olive oil in the pan, and we are going to cook up some mushrooms first. I've got about 250 grams of sliced button mushrooms. I bought these cheap from the supermarket last night, but if you're looking for a real saving, you can grab some tinned mushrooms. They're usually about half the price of fresh, and they will add just the same kind of flavour boost as the fresh ones will, but at a much cheaper price. And we're just going to give these a bit of a fry for about 4 or 5 minutes, or until they have softened up and browned. You can see our mushrooms have shrunk down and softened and browned up nicely. They smell amazing. All we need to do is transfer these to a plate, and we're going to leave them aside for the moment. We'll be re-adding them into our dish later. Using this same pan, I'm not even going to clean it, I'm just going to leave the mushroom juices in there, extra flavour. But into that pan, I'm going to add in about 2 tablespoons of butter or margarine. And to that, I'm going to add in 1 small brown or yellow onion, which I've just peeled and diced up. I'm going to stir and cook that for a minute or so, just until these onions have started to soften up. I'm also going to add in some garlic. I'm using 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, but you could also use garlic powder if that's what you happen to have on hand. Give that a quick stir. Oh, this butter and the garlic and the onion smells amazing. This is so yummy. Normally beef stroganoff is done with beef strips, but I'm going for the cheaper alternative. I'm just using some beef mince or ground beef. I'm using half a kilo. I happen to have some lean beef mince in the freezer, so that's what I'm using today, but just cheap economy mince will be perfectly acceptable. And just using a wooden spoon, we're just going to break up that mince as much as we can and allow this to cook until it's nicely browned. Our beef is browned. If you're using cheap mince, you might need to drain a bit of the fat off this, otherwise you'll end up with a very greasy dish. But most of this liquid here is from the butter and from the onions, so I think we're all right because I use the lean beef. To that, I'm going to add in some paprika. I'm using smoked paprika today, and I'm adding 1 teaspoon. I'm also adding in 3 tablespoons of plain all-purpose flour. This will help to thicken up our sauce. So we're just going to gently stir that through now. Next, I'm adding in some beef stock or beef broth. I'm putting in 4 cups or about 1 litre. And I'm also adding in 1 cup of water. Just going to gently give that a stir together, and we're simply going to allow this to come to the boil. Shouldn't take too long. Once it's boiling, we're going to season with a little bit of salt and some black pepper. You're probably thinking this looks like there's way too much liquid in this, but I promise you it's perfect, because now we're adding in our pasta. Now, you can use pretty much any small pieces of pasta you like. I'm using elbow macaroni because that's what I found in the back of the cupboard today. It's 500 grams or a whole packet. Now, like I said, you can use pretty much any pasta you like. You can use penne, you can use macaroni. If you've got just a packet of spaghetti, you can break that up into small pieces and chuck that in. It'll all work perfectly, whatever you like. So just stir that pasta through. Once that's all mixed through, all we need to do is turn the temperature down to low, and we're going to pop the lid on, and we're going to allow this to simmer away for about 10 minutes, giving it a stir now and again just to make sure nothing sticks to the bottom of the pan. Well, it's been about 10 minutes and the pasta has swollen up. It has absorbed all of that beautiful sauce and it's become this thick, rich, delicious beef stroganoff, but we're not quite finished. First things first, we've got to add in mushrooms that we cooked earlier. Just quickly stir those through. And last but not least, it wouldn't be beef stroganoff without a big blob of sour cream. I'm just adding that in now. Give it a quick stir to mix through, and the sour cream will bond with the sauce and make it this rich, creamy, delicious umami gravy. Now, if you don't have sour cream, you can use regular cream. You can even just use a little bit of milk. Make sure it's full cream milk, and just stir that through. This really does bring this to the next level because it makes it so creamy, so tasty. This is absolutely divine. I wish you could smell this through the camera. It's absolutely gorgeous. Put a little bit of freshly chopped parsley over the top, and this is ready to serve. This is absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to dive in and have a taste of this. Okay. Oh, that is gorgeous. This is a savoury umami bomb. You get the beef, you've got the mushrooms, you've got the onion and garlic. It all works together to make this amazingly rich and tasty dish. What I love especially is that the pasta is very universal. You can use pretty much any pasta you like with this. You can add extra vegetables. If you don't have beef, you can substitute, use chicken or pork or whatever you happen to have, and just change the stock accordingly. There's really so many different ways you can change this up to suit your own personal taste and what you happen to have on hand. Well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Check out my other videos at OnePotChefShow.com. And until next time, see you later. This stroganoff is great because it will easily feed a family of 4, plus there's leftovers for the next day that you can either have for lunch, you can freeze up to serve another day, or my personal favourite, you can use this in a sandwich maker. You use a toasted sandwich maker, put this between 2 pieces of bread, and you get this beautiful, savoury, pasta-y, beefy, delicious toasted sandwich. It is absolutely gorgeous. Give it a try. Trust me, you will make this all the time just to make the toasted sandwich the next day.